Welcome back to Ferocious Education. This is Ed. Today we are talking about an OTC by the ticker ILUS. Now this one here has been requested on my Twitter account, and so here it is. I'm going to go a little bit towards everything in terms of news, who they are, technical analysis, and I hope you like this video. So let's jump right into this one. So ILUS, first video in the series, and just a quick thing about who they are. Nothing is best than reading the About Us page on their website. And they go first. ILUS International as a rapidly rising M&A investment company operating out of New York, London, and Dubai, focused on adding shareholder value by innovation and globally oriented growth. Historically, ILUS has evolved out of the industrial sector mainly from emergency service providers or products, emergency response vehicles, vehicle conversion, EVs, wearable tech, and smart tech. Presently, ILUS is on an active mission to acquire business in technology, engineering and manufacturing space worldwide, with strong management and potential to grow rapidly with the ability to benefit from cross-pollination of territories, products, and skills from other group companies. With a proven record of successfully choosing businesses, ILUS is usually acquiring companies with the revenues from $1 to $5 million range. ILUS has already completed 2 acquisitions in the first quarter of 2021 and is on track to complete and announce at least 2 more acquisitions in the second quarter. Now, with each acquisition rapidly increasing the international's growth, ILUS International, because our clients and shareholders' value is our biggest asset. And then they go a little bit towards who each of these basic companies are that is underneath them. So first off, is eRaptor, which is a high-quality component, reliable, trustworthy construction, market-leading warranty designed to be rugged, hard-working machine. A global technology company developing and manufacturing specialist technology and equipment mainly for emergency services and mission-critical companies, equipment, and applications. That's FB Technologies. Moving on to Firebug. Firebug are firefighting equipment manufacturers using high technology, disruptive water mist technologies. Our equipment offers firefighters safety with reduced water consumption. TVC, the vehicle converters, designed and converts vehicle for specialist applications such as emergency vehicles, mobile hospitals, medical ambulances, military, and oil and gas. And then you got BCD Fire. BCD Fire are a leading system integrator and installer of fire access and security system across the UAE. And so first off, eRaptor, which is as well, again, offers utility vehicles. As you get to see, this is their website. And then moving on, FB Technologies. This one here is more of a holding company for Firebug, emergency response products and solutions, TVC, which is the vehicle converter, LLC, and eRaptor. So it's more of a holding company for all these. And then moving on, we've already gone through Firebug. And from there, TVC, the vehicle converters. And then as well, BCD Fire. Now, this sums a little bit about all their holdings here. And then we could move on a little bit about the latest news, etc. And some of them even including their letters, their recent letters. But before moving on, make sure to scroll down, click that like if you'd like to see more contents like this, and then there's also a subscribe button down there. You don't believe me? Scroll down, you'll find it. If you'd like to join our Discord, you can click read more and join us on our Discord, totally free. You can ask me more questions over there. I'm mostly very active on there. And then moving on now towards some of the latest developments that they have shared with us. And this really includes their CEO letters that we get almost on a weekly basis. So this one here is on April 15th, and they were just basically wishing to confirm again that we, insiders, have not sold a single share and do not have any plans to do so. As of the morning of 15th of April, there has been no change to the outstanding shares since the last update, and only a small 7.5 mil conversion has now taken place from restricted to non-restricted. We have previously spoken to the party who converted them and can confirm they are a private couple and they did not notify us 2 months ago, and that they would like to convert at some stage in the near future. They seem to be a good family who genuinely have an interest. They are not hoistic, toxic debt holders, and we believe that they have no intentions of rapidly selling their positions. Therefore, I would not be surprised if this has any impact. I would not be surprised if this has any impact at all. Now, the OS position remains unchanged since 31st of March, and we've asked the OTC to update that accordingly. Now, they move on a little, and the reason why I read that was mainly towards showing you the updates that they do give. They are very precise and perhaps mainly answering a lot of the shareholders' questions. And so right here, we would like to remind our investors that our share price has risen approximately 16,500 in approximately 10 weeks. Now, that is alarming in my perspective. No company can multiply their entire market cap or their entire worth by 16.5 times in 10 weeks. That's historic. Tesla didn't even reach that. But nonetheless, let's move on forward. They mentioned they're not traders or advisors and not allowed to offer advice, but we do appreciate that we have many traders with all levels of experience in the OTC market. And in order to provide some information and consideration to those traders, and in order to prevent panic over the stock, we would like to share some consideration. And then again, they reiterate that this is not advice or fact. This is only consideration. And then they go ahead with giving some consideration. Again, this is not their advice. They're just saying, maybe this is what happened. There's no clear identification that says, yes, that this happened. Now, they said the market makers and short sellers might be very active on our stock. Short sellers at some point even reach 50% off daily trade. They're talking about short, not the entire short interest in general, but just short trades in days. M&Ms, our market makers, have not accumulated sufficient liquidity in our stock when it was priced lower and now trying to accumulate. So they're saying market makers want to get this one cheap, so they're going to force the price down for them to get it cheaper. Now, I'm not sure if that's exactly what's happening, but you know what? They're only speculating. So some people took this as facts. This is not facts. This is just them saying, well, you know, any of these things, bad people are just coming to get you. But that's not how the market works, right? Even short sellers, for each short seller, there's also people that are buying. And when short sellers cover, they raise the price up. So nonetheless, they go ahead and say this is not official commentary. This is only possible opinions and consideration. Now, I just appreciate that they're going on from bashing out people rather than, or just saying basically that these are possible things. There's also possible things, is that this might have been a bit of a pump and then the price dumped. But nonetheless, I still didn't look at the chart extensively. We'll talk about that a little bit in afterwards. And then moving on, you get to see on a previous update here, ILUS International has been working extremely hard to build a business with a strong foundation that everybody would be proud to invest in. Our vision as a company is a long-term one, focusing on growth, profitability, and sustainability. Our goal is to earn a strong and loyal shareholder base as we execute our business plans. There will be short, medium, and long-term milestones that we feel and push us to continued organic growth. Now, just a quick thing. This is exactly what you're looking for. You'd want loyal shareholders. However, you do mention here traders, and basically they're talking about like these traders. We have a lot of people trading our stock as traders. Now, I don't appreciate that they're trying to go for traders, because guess what? If you believe in this company as an investor, you don't want a lot of traders to be there, because once they leave, the prices will be pennies on the dollar. And that will leave a bad taste in their mouth for other investors, and that they continue selling. And it's a little bit of a tumbling effect. The purpose of this shareholder letter is to summarize in detail our first quarter as a publicly traded entity, and to update you to the outlook for the second quarter and the rest of the year. We will also be addressing some of our concerns as we read every email sent to us, because we value and will always value you as a shareholder. And then sales. So right here, we currently have multiple orders in production for our distributors in India. And then EV rapid response vehicles for DIFC, which is Dubai Financial Center, order for the United Nations, order for pump set for 2 UK fire brigades, pump sets for Dubai Trading Company, 2 ambulances for a hospital in Abu Dhabi, fire vehicle equipment upgrade for a large mall. And our Q1 sales was over $5 million, of which we hope to convert 50% into orders for delivery in Q3 and Q4 in 2021. And in terms of their team, they have 45 people between UK, Dubai, and India. I think actually they did talk about something in New York, but I guess that's not mentioned here. So I'm guessing that They don't have people in New York. That might be actually a mistake. I'm not sure exactly there. Now, they have teams in acquisition, sales, and marketing in all 3 locations, and they're also recruiting actively. Now, I did talk about just right now New York, because over here it says New York, London, Dubai. And then they go ahead and talk about UK, Dubai, India. Not sure if there's a New York in Dubai, India, but, might have been a mistake. So I'm just teasing around. Anyway. Products. We will be rolling out a product portfolio awareness campaign over the next few weeks, making shareholders aware for technologies, including products and potential routes of the market's futures revenues. This will also help shareholders understand the magnitude of our range of products and vertical horizontal integration, potentially global reach. We aim to engage the certification testing of our EV Raptors for the USA market during this quarter. We also plan to increase our rollout activity this quarter across the Middle East. We're very close to signing an agreement with the unnamed aerial vehicle company in Germany, which will allow us to roll out a large industrial unnamed aerial firefighting vehicle drone with our technology suitable for wildfires, hopefully by Q3 or Q4 2021. More info on this will be available after the agreement has been signed. Then they go ahead towards infrastructure. Dubai factory offices are now complete, and the engineering team is moving in this week. Manufacturing should commence by the end of April. This will allow significant cost reduction, scale, and operating efficiencies across Firebug and TVC business units. We also are currently looking for suitable factories in Saudi Arabia to better position us to capitalize on the Saudi market growth, including $500 billion mega city called NOEM, N-O-E-M. We hope to have acquired an operating facility in Saudi Arabia by Q3 this year. And then they do go ahead and talk about different acquisitions as well. For instance, we're hopeful to complete a USA deal by Q3, and we're working with Millennium to finalize our customized fire equipment provision for our Millennium UGV, and to integrate the autonomous technology onto our E-Raptors. We plan to release the first vehicles in the second quarter. And then they go ahead and talk a bit more about everything in between, including an ILUS coin and total capital. So ILUS is not a crypto company and does not have a license for crypto, and nor does it intend to be a cryptocurrency company. We have engaged with Total Capital, who is in the crypto space. ILUS International is focused on acquiring technologies, businesses, and investing in opportunistic technologies companies that are likely to have major upsides for ILUS International shareholders. However, the opportunity around cryptocurrency is simply becoming too big to ignore. In one of our first letters to our shareholders, we say we would like to keep an eye or an open mind for the opportunities that would enhance the value of ILUS shareholders. To be clear, we are not a crypto company and we do not intend to be one, but we do intend to leverage every opportunity that adds value for our shareholders and customers. We strive to be disruptive and be a leader in everything we do, and will continue to do so for the longer term. As we can tell, this model has never been seen before, and therefore, if it works, we will expect to become a new trend. We will go into much more details about the actual mechanics of it all over next week before the coins launch. Now, this was a little bit of an outdated letter back in the 5th of April. So the key here, takeaway for everyone, means $35 million of non-dilutive, non-debt cash to grow the business. And they do talk about ILUS can accept now coin payments. Many countries where we expect exchange rates or supply of fiat money to be unstable are now starting to use coins. Now, in general, they go ahead and talk about that, and they do talk again about Canada. We're aware the Canadian brokers are not offering ILUS stock due to cease order that was issued in 2013 due to name change. Our legal team has been handling the paperwork to get this removed. Once filed, we hope our friends in Canada will be able to invest shortly afterwards. We look forward to welcoming the Canadian markets into the ILUS army. We will provide an update on this corporations on the Twitter account. And then they go ahead and they talk about more other things. There's other letters here and there. I'm not going to really go dive in details about those ones. But if you go towards their Twitter account right on here, they do give you quite a good amount of updates. So I do suggest that you give them a follow. And they do again talk about the Canadian authorities to give them the light for the old 2013 cease trade order. And then they go ahead and talk about other things like firmware audit, Form 10, the name change should be complete during the quarter, which will allow us to become fully operating, all steps in the right direction. And the list goes on. And while you're on Twitter giving them a follow, make sure to drop me a follow as well. And now we can move on towards technical analysis, but before doing so, make sure to mention down in the comments below what you think so far about ILUS. Let's jump right into technical analysis. Now, on the technical analysis point of view, and again, OTCs don't really follow a proper technical analysis in general, but what we get to see is that the price point is currently below that 50 SMA, hence that's bearish, but above the 200 SMA bullish. 50 SMA is above the 200 SMA, that's a bullish point. 10 SMA is above 30 EMA, which is the green line is above the red line, bullish. The current price point is in the trading action zone between the 10 SMA and the 30 EMA, where most positive reversals occur, bullish. 80X is at 1328, tending more of a sloppy move, bearish. William %R is sitting in neutral, that's neutral, as similar to RSI. It's neither oversold or overbought. And the MACD is attempting a positive reversal as it clinches towards a zero histogram from the negative side. And so what you want to see is a positive histogram, which is intended for a breakout, bullish. Now the momentum is clinching almost to zero, which is bearish, and going on a little bit negative. Now on the moving average bands, etc., what we get to see here is that it's in the moving average band, where it's expected to trade on the top 11 cents, in the middle 10 cents, and in the bottom 9 cents. Stochastic fast and stochastic slow are both saying that perhaps there might be a push forward to this. Now, we can go ahead and talk a little bit about Fibonacci retracements before continuing on towards trends. And we can see that the current significant support for this one is sitting very close towards the 95 or 0.95 cents, or sorry, 0.095. And then below there, you're looking into 0.074. And then below there, you're looking into 0.045. Now, in terms of resistances, the first resistance you're seeing is just a little bit below 12 cents. And then above that is at 15 cents. And above that, you're looking at 19 cents. And we get to see here from a price line action, a very strong support sitting at the 8 cents below there, 6 cents. Now resistances, we're seeing a strong one at 10 cents, above there 12 cents, and then from there on 14 cents, and then sitting just shy off 16 cents at 15 and a half. And then above there, you're looking just a little bit shy of 18 cents at 17 cents in around 8/10. Now, in terms of the general trend that you're seeing here, what you might be seeing here is something's looking like this. A trend line that is going downwards in that sense, and another one that is looking somewhere to be this way. Now, it did hence break that one on the top, so that may be a bullish thing, but obviously it is still not moving with strong bullish moves itself. And so what I might actually be considering instead of this trend is something that looks a little bit like this. And let me show you, which is called a box trend. And what happens here is that you get a trend line coming all the way from the bottom and then hitting the tops or getting very close to the tops and bottoms. And the current trend that you're expecting is this one here, but that didn't really hit. It went something just like this. And so what you expect here, and it's hitting almost that sense of the box itself, is if it does break that 12 cents, it would probably see a little bit of a higher level at 19 cents. Now, that might not seem a lot, but it's currently that's almost 100% from where it is right now. But if it does drop below that 6 cents mark, it will drop fast. And that's what I'm seeing. Now, there is a lot of speculations behind the stock, so be very careful and only trade with money that you're willing to lose, because usually it's a trade, it's not a growth or a value stock, it's more of an OTC, so it's its own kind of field in its own sense. Now, what do you think about the sticker? Make sure to mention down in the comments below. Make sure to let me know what you think also on Discord if you'd like to join that, and more about Discord just in a second. Now, if you made it this far into the video, I do recommend that you go ahead and join our Discord server. There's a lot of amazing folks in here. We do a lot of discussions here into the trading floor throughout the day. A lot of people are in there, and we do ask questions. You can ask me any question you would like on there. We do post research and DDs, and we hold weekly chat sessions. And we also do have a lounge in there. So make sure to actually join that and join the fun there. Have a wonderful day and a good one.